from Courtney Peters to Karabo Mokoena, from Valencia Farmer to Megan Creamer. These are daughters of our nations. They should never be preyed upon. And sadly, if no action is taken, these young women won't be the last victims of such crimes. Our crime statistics last year alone indicate that 39,785 people were raped in South Africa. The overwhelming majority of them being women. That's 109 people per day, and those are victims who decide to report a crime. I'm urging here today, we need clear, decisive action. We cannot wait any longer. This requires beyond the politics of our country. It needs action, and it needs it now. It goes much further than just putting perpetrators of such acts in jail. It requires addressing the root causes of the social and moral decay. And this requires that we take leadership. And it makes it, unfortunately, we have to take actions that are hard, that are unpopular, but they have to be effective actions to reverse the social collapse. And that's why, regardless of where you sit on the spectrum, we must act. And we are going to. I want to also say I've just come out of a meeting with SACI, the South African Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We've been spending time with business community, and the sentiment is quite clear. South Africans are fearful. They are scared of their economic prospects and their future. You don't have to walk through anywhere. You can see businesses are shutting down, and our young girls are being raped. Drugs and gangsters are stealing our young people's future. South Africans are crying out for leadership, and they are crying out for action. We are, in fact, seeing an economic and social collapse in action, and the widespread violence and looting and destruction of property and general lawlessness which has taken place over the last few weeks and months is part evidence of this. The civil unrest reached its peak yesterday, where in the city of Johannesburg, the city of Tshwane, and the large parts of the city of Ekurhuleni were under siege by violent protest and action. In this light, I want to condemn all in the strongest possible terms. I want to say that we must call for the restoration of law and order. We've got to make sure that there's a joint operation that sits between national government, provincial government, and city government, that we put a stem to this. Those caught breaking the law must be arrested and be prosecuted. I also want to say to President Ramaphosa, it is time that he comes out of hiding and break his silence on the unfolding social and economic crisis. The elections took place. They gave us a new president. It's not that he must hold office. It's time for him to come out strongly and lead in this time, in this moment. And these are the proposals I'd like to make before him. Number one, he must oversee the accelerated operation of the national joint operational and intelligence structures in every area affected by lawlessness. The Net Joint is empowered to coordinate all security and law enforcement operations throughout the country, and therefore well placed to first anticipate and, if necessary, respond timelessly to criminality and disorder when they occur. It is crystal clear that we should have the intelligence to know what is happening in the ground. These actions should never surprise us as a citizen, and therefore we must do that. I want to instruct the urgent deployment of public order policing to all volatile areas within the Gauteng and surrounds. We must in fact ensure that we announce the immediate cut on spending on VIP protection for politicians. The VIP protection budget allocation for each individual is approximately 10 million rand per year, with Ramaphosa's cabinet costing 631 million rands per year in VIP protection. I would urge that it's not the politicians that need protection now, it's the citizens that need protection. So we need to redeploy that financial capital and put it on the ground. Fourthly, we must establish a special task team to review the systems and processes of law enforcement officials and agencies, the SEPs, the criminal justice system, with a focus on how to better predict and prevent violence, crime against women. Fellow South Africans, it is in fact now